The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Miles Sanders first carry of the game, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 32-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, stand. Check 50. Switch.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 68 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good with a PAT. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession now.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's 258. Number 53. Number 53.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
To throw is Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
319.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Eagles 14.
Let's go. 258.
On 1st down, Irvin. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Get 300. Get 300. Here we go. Hey, let's go. Plant. 53 is the mic. Ain't no such thing. We take a win.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The veteran tight end, Mercedes Lewis, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
319. Tight down. There you go. Hey, box truck. Screen, what's the screen? Come. Hey, Mike 50.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 8 yards on the touchdown pass as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Eagles take over 1st and 10. their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Great 57. Mike 56. Mike 56.
A quick throw out wide to Fuller.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 80. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Kill. 56. Bravo. Right there. 56. Here we go. 56. Mike's 56.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Watch the slant. Check 43. Check the backer. Shift. Hey, Lou. Check 3.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one goes for 24 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Funches has it complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check girls.
Now Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The Packers on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you...
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Zadarius Smith able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Pick the edge. Go. SOS. On the other side. Solid. SOS. Alert 3. Check.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Backman. 180.
Hey, here we go.
Hey, kill.
58, come on.
58. Wahoo.
Heavy on the edges.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
No. Check nickel. Check crunch.
Let's flag 2.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. 280. 82. Here, shift. Move. Hey, exit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and into the end zone. 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Defense, let's get off the field. Defense.
Shoot. Jump out.
Rodgers to throw again. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Jump out. 80 weapons. Also over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Another run here with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Go. Sweetie! Right there. 56. Down to lose one. 57. 56. Sunday. 5. 56.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Done. 120.
I can reach traps. Let's go.
Let's find 7.
56.
Hey, Delta.
56 is the mic. No chance.
Here.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Hey.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A huge play there on the screen pass. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Hey, orbit.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the safety creep. Kill.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Flank.
Undercrunch, undercrunch.
Here, shift.
Pop, pop, pop.
Here, shift.
Another run with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. Check out.
Kill. Hey, Alpha.
56, the mic, boys. 56.
Here, shift.
Now watch one.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here, shift.
Check three.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come get some. Come on here.
Shift.
He don't want it.
Hey, kill. Hey, Ford, kill.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
Wentz going to throw. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining, still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Great.
You got tight right there.
14, 82, 14. Here, shift. Hey, zoom. Great 15.
Mike, 56, right there. 56.
Tyson.
I'm coming. Back.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
57.
Check. Lucky. Slam. Hey, switch gears. Check.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. Making making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut as his guys are able to regain the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get ready. Go, go. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Quarter shift. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the pass. 56 to Mike. 56 is the shift. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 56.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Rashawn Gary. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Irvin. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
319.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. A quick hitter complete. It's Schwartz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Rodgers now to throw. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. The Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
What we got? Watch the...
Hey, Foxtrot.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Mike 36. Let's pick it up. It's out.
2 jet.
Let's get off the field.
Wentz now to throw. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Bravo.
Now Wentz again. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
To throw is Wentz. The Sanders has got it complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in.
Kill.
You're not ready.
Mike 28.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Mike 28. Mike.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Green Bay, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night.